Welcome to match number part 3 of the match of Mojo versus Fiddlers. Mojo is just about to take the city Lactose. He does take the city. The ballista has been removed. He did not refund it, so I'm not sure how that goes. Right now, I apologize. I'm just a tiny bit late on the start. Right here, um, Bill Mojo's turn. We have so there's a hoplite in here, warrior in here. Getting really hard for Fiddler here, as we saw in part two. That being said, this is all that Mojo has. So if Fiddler has a sponsor in mind, that would be great. Citizenship is being researched in two turns. Right, I made sure everyone knows that the stream is up. Right, these are being upgraded if possible. We have Brave, upgrade. This worker here is still standing strong, no movement from him. Tactician being installed into that chariot, which is called the light chariot. And upgrade to the mounted lancers. Are just OP in my opinion. Tilene is being focused. It's being surrounded. Make it a little bit harder. 10 training has been added to the pool. 15 more orders. To surround it to make sure that no one can get anywhere near it. To block the move. Still on apprentice officer. The turnstile is tight, so he does have the opportunity to change the apprentice officer into healing the city. Not seeing anything coming soon. Ballistas are gonna do a little bit, but they can be sniped. They can be taken away with the zealot. This one was leveled up with brave. Light chariots are healing. Such an interesting situation to be in. Fiddler, and I am curious about the reply. He still hasn't changed this to healing. He's still building a treasury here. Once Mojo's turn is over, which is almost over, we'll be able to take Fiddler's dealing with. As of I remember of the last session, he did not have much to test. Mojo has 300 training, has a couple of events, the Numidian, who can make him into a courtier, goes for exotic, and he marries the Numidian. Alright, Fiddler's turn over here. Fiddler is still dealing with this rebellion. 27 moves. He can get a crossbowman in 5 turns. He can get steel in 3 turns. Crossbowman is 100% gonna be the answer. I can see no other reasons for him to go anything else. We have an event for his grandson, third in line. Temple Thirsty. Warlike or Insane. And he can choose their education. Welcome guys, welcome Fluffy, welcome Nylon. Great to see you guys in here. Right, we're just cutting wood everywhere. There's a tactician. 7 intelligence, so they can, and definitely going for that crossbowman. Deforestation is happening strong in here. The gold situation, however, is kind of not ideal. He can build hoplites. give him that formation. It will take 6 turns. He doesn't have a zealot to be able to rush, so he will have to rely with 6. He has 224 of them. Not ideal. Right now, in my head, I would be screaming, playtime, playtime, playtime. I don't know what time he can play over here right now. We're looking at all of this. And we're not healing the cities. We don't have walls. Here's wall in 8 turns. Top light is 5.7 because it's an upset family. All of his families are very unhappy. The sages are quite literally angry. 4 moves. Most of his moves spent on chopping trees. He does have the ballista, and he does have the sword of God. He is a 62-year-old general, severely ill with the sword of God. So that ballista will deal 14 damage with 29% crit, 15, 16 if it's on trees, 19 this unit, 23 to the slingers. So there's still some sort of hope in here. Unless if his leader dies, which he would get a hero who's corrupt and a tracker. He does have the training to do a wonderful launch offensive. Turn the tide around, just make sure all of his units attack again. Throw it on the slinger, you surround your whole unit, surround it. Do what you gotta do. Right now it's the last stand. We are back to Mojo, who is right now just gonna be happy taking these cities. We got a militia spawn for free. I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference though. 44 moves. Delaney is next on the chopping block. Thessalia is still building a treasury. I do not recommend. Seeing his goal situation, maybe that's the way. That's all he can think he can do. He does have a lot of stone. He does have a lot of resources, so it doesn't have to end by that. Mojo finishes the kill with his zealot leader. Get that extra experience, that 20 plus. Healing his units. Is he gonna be able to push for? Does he know what Fiddler has? Got another hoplite being popped up for Fiddler, a ballista in 2 turns. Right, he's pushing forward to Mestalia. I'm gonna take a small second here to make my hookah or shisha. It's been a long day, but we will keep the camera on where it needs to be. Defense-wise, the Armana family is now Judaism, and they are upset. Have else council, specialist, reached. Prince is 4 years old. That's his heir. This queen dies. Mojo's gonna be in a little bit of trouble. 13 moves left. Look, he's moving workers around. Needed. He is building a Shrine of Ra. He's building another Shrine of Ra. So he is just utilizing many orders as possible. Shrine of Osiris has been built and nuked. It is pushing that into developing in around 3 years. Well, more moves. I wish if there was a way for the game to automatically track what things are being, what things orders are being spent. That make following the a lot easier. That's something as an 10 more moves. Workers are being chopped. Roads are being pulled and pushed. Nothing. 4 more moves. Finish ship in 1 turn. We'll give him 6 laws. Need 1 more. Be able to do something about to end the game. Something just got killed. Worker got killed with a slinger. That slinger gonna die. Right. Back. Fiddler here. Sally is being threatened. Hello, Alcaraz. Welcome to the stream. We have 6 viewers right now. I'm very thankful for that. 26 orders. Got the order Defiance. Either he gets more orders or legitimacy. And got Kato. Event. And he is doomed. The Queen with the Sword of God is doomed. I am unsure what kind of reply is going to be available here. Spearmans are being spawned, hoplites are being produced, ballista in 1 turn Pella, 5 turns still free crossbowmen. We look at the air, it's only 2 wisdom versus 7 wisdom. That will make that free crossbowman go from 5 years to like 7 or 9. So I'm not sure he can delay that. Oh, a critical with the Queen Tactician. 16 damage, 29% critical chance. It does the job that needs to be done. However, families are still very upset. Pack somewhere. 24 moves. What are we doing here, friend? Hoplites are being pulled back. He has 271 civics. Can he rush anything? No, he cannot. Rush. 90 next turn he can rush. Here is good to go. He applies a tactician. A hoplite. What are his options? Well, that tactician is the only option. So his champion seat has a lot of potential that he can use. He has the matriarch who has 25% versus mounted units, which will make a huge difference. And she's a commander, so if you put her on a hoplite, that's gonna be quite the improvement. It will make the hoplite be able to one-shot a the unique unit or the light chariot, especially if there's another hoplite to his side. It's gonna be more. Alright, Alcaraz. It's gonna be more than 5 years, Alcaraz, because his queen is severely ill and doomed. She has 7 wisdom, so she's bringing 11. Um, she's bringing 11 science. His son, the prince, is bringing zero point 0.8. That would be because it's only producing, or it only gives. Oh, wrong button. Because it's only giving 2 wisdom as a successor. It would be a fourth of what it brings. It's gonna be a lot less. Let's just say that. 3 more moves. This worker is dead. That poor worker had no chance of living or surviving. Fingers are moved back. Mines are being built. Range is being built in Pella. Pella has 26.6. Training, which is quite good. But the situation is dire. Those hoplites pop in 5 years. Ballista is definitely the solution. Ballista is definitely the solution to the situation. For the Axemen and Hoplite is definitely the solution for the light chariots. Just that they're gonna make enough to make a huge difference. And unsure if that's the situation. We are back to Mojo, who now has 2 cities himself. Can probably take Massalia, and I would say this turn he can take Massalia. If it's gonna be hard. He can do it. Crazier things have happened. It doesn't help that there are 2 raiders in here that are causing him issues. He finished citizenship. He has the opportunity to go between battle line, scholarship, composite bow, or order boost. I'm curious what he goes with. He's still on his zealot. He's going for Thessaloniki. Gonna pause over here for a second while I make my hookah, which I was trying to make for an hour now. I'm just exaggerating, it's not an hour, but the point is, we're gonna make it real quick. Uh, to answer the person in chat, DM, hookah is shisha. I don't know if you know it as shisha. It's basically a tobacco pipe that basically smells like fruit. Like the tobacco is made of fruit stuff. Right. Talia is being pushed now. Is he gonna try to kill the raiders? Or is he just gonna damage the city? Either way, that city is gone. Fiddler is fighting till the bitter end, clearly. Which, full respect to that. Is there a point where sportsmanship shows up and you accept defeat where it is? Alpha gets him a mine, a gems mine, and a gold mine with a miner. that's it. I don't see anything else. A couple of gold, maybe the order, the free order from having a city. Honestly, that's the only reason I would take it, is for that free order. That horseman pushes for the worker. I believe I did say that that worker is dead early on. Um, Mojo is holding himself in the trees, so he doesn't get demolished. He has this lush. Oh, that hill does not have any trees on it. So, alright, the scout went around, see everything that is available to see. So he has a good idea on what to expect. Right, feeling forward. Mojo is probably very shocked that the game is still happening, is still going. He has 0 orders to play with. Building a monastery. Anything else he's building? Not really, nothing new being installed. 15 seconds on the clock. 12 seconds. Is he gonna extend the time? He does not extend the time. Those raiders push towards him. They deal 5 damage just for existing. Those raiders gave no shit. I think that will anger Mojo just a tiny bit. Another ballista is out. Impella or Pea. Top line coming in Patras, which he can rush. That's good for him. The only issue, no, I mean, they're finally getting happier with him a little bit. And what did he just do? He did something important that just made them really happy. I think he just put an ambassador. The queen is dead. Long live King Aristander the New. Alright. Thank you for letting me know that the minimap got demolished. I had not noticed that. Hoplite being rushed as expected, as it has been predicted. King Aristander the Great, the new, is on the ballista. That's a move. The only problem with that is that once you use launch offensive, that ballista can't attack. So you want it on a unit that can stay in the middle, that you are okay with it not attacking. At least that's how I understand the mechanic of it. But to give you an idea, oh, something just died. What died? Oh, I killed the rebel up top. Oh, the events, he honored the Seleucids or the Patreons, plus 80 opinion for 20 years. Another hero on the ballista. Again, I feel like it's a very questionable move to put your king on a ballista. If it's a hero, just purely because launch offensive. I think launch offensive is gonna be the key to winning this battle, especially on the ballistas and the hoplite. And then the horse. I think it would make a huge difference if that happens. The slinger got upgraded to an archer. Two of them got upgraded, so we are gearing up for a last stand effort. Answer the chat. Let's look at the science. Yes, it has been a great upward for Greece until the king died. Sorry, the queen died, and now they are on equal footing. The orders are atrocious right now for Greece. He barely has any orders. Around 19.9 order rate. These improvements need to be. I don't think you have the chance to make these improvements, buddy. Yes, launch offensive with those two crossbowmen, those two ballistas, with that one hoplite, with that chariot. Just put them in the middle of everything and just watch them re-attack again and again and again. If he puts it on a ballista, that will negate the bonus. A critical 10% on the worker that had 1 health. Not that it made a huge difference. 42 orders, 41 orders. Here's the worker. That worker could have been moved away a long time ago. It never was. I have never used launch offensive Alcaraz. Alcaraz is asking in the chat, what is the best unit to put hero on now for launch offensive? It puts the hero unit on cooldown. Have never played with it. Honestly, I would say a slinger or an archer in the back that is not fully upgraded, or something that has a lot of guard on it. Agreed. Something that can be killed. Personally, I would want to put it on anything that I just have guard upgrades on it. 3 level of guards, now it's gonna be impossible to kill it or do anything about it. Those raiders are reaching their end. And more moves. Massalia will live one more turn. Let's look at the military graph. Well, they're just gonna keep attacking the city. I don't expect anything huge to be happening. Military score, there is a huge drop from Fiddler being ahead all the way down to now 1060 430. Egypt to Greece respectively. It was a mix of both. To answer the chat, I didn't see Greece attack or why he fell so far. The reason, there was like a fight in the middle that eventually just kind of turned things around in between, like it was a back and forth. The parts will be uploaded to YouTube today, all of them, so you can watch it for yourself and you can enjoy the match because it has been a really wonderful match to watch. Mojo, I wouldn't say anyone outclassed anyone in here. I would say like it was a fight on equal footing, and Mojo was able to finish the job. Winner gets to the winner gets to face Uro. Yes, that's gonna be a wonderful match. It would be great to see Mojo versus Uro. Uro has been a very tenacious player to play against. Doesn't surrender till the last moment. I still haven't seen the guy lose, I believe. Maybe he lost against Ninja once, won against Ninja once in a match for practice, and there was a third match that I'm unsure who won it. Patras is building an officer now. Onagers are on the table. Here, honestly, if I was Fiddler, I would have killed to have a zealot right now with all of this training he has. Oh, the king is ill. King Aristander the New, he just took the throne and he is ill. That is true. No state religion. That's a big mistake that he did not get divine rule or yes, no divine rule. That's a not a fun situation to be in. Just FYI, Mojo still does not have drama. He does have the salt. He can give it to the alchemist. It will. Oh no. Come on, buddy. Don't forget that you have salt. Please don't. Please remember that so you can make these sages finally happy. Right, Hoplite in Patras being built. Hoplite in Paya being built. 550 for Civic Rush here. 280 for Civic Rush here. This Ballista can be rushed with 240. Another being built in Amphipolis. Although, to be honest, I personally would have been okay with going Council here. Let's get a little bit more Civics. Yes, and there is no real walls. I would have built those walls a long time ago. 3 turns before the crossbowmen are out. It would have made a huge difference. Four more moves. Alright, Salt was given finally to the Alcheminid. I would drop that literature out of Paya, give it to the Sages, power him, just to make him happy so no more rebellions pop up. Because right now, he cannot afford another rebellion. Right, 0 orders left. Gonna go to Mojo next. Mojo is right here, ready. He just finished the order boost that gives him 20 orders. He has the option between free worker, drama, polish, or rhetoric. Let's see how many orders, how many laws he has. He has 5. To get the 6th with rhetoric. He has 65 orders. He can do so much with it. He can push into Patras right then and there. He knows there is nothing that can stop him. Got 4 events, valuable experience to the oligarch, tax surplus for money, and even more orders or science. He does go for rhetoric, FYI. Zoroastrianism event or experience, and he's finally taking lactose for himself. He's just healing his units at the moment, pulling them back, capturing Mytilene, making sure to finish the job. Thalia is being pushed. Not rushing himself, he knows that he has the time. His leader is a herbalist, gives him that +2 healing. Uh, Helps him a lot, to be honest. Misali gonna fall this turn. No, it does not. He needs one more turn, unless if he pushes everything he has into it. Nope. One more turn, maybe. Repair damage will do a lot. He's dealing 1, 1, half, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5. With repair, is gonna have 11 health. Not gonna be enough. He takes the science boost for rhetoric, goes for doctrine. He can get spoke wheel coinage, doctrine, or free court minister. Goes for doctrine. That's why champions are great at the front line. That 50% city defense is making it very difficult for Mojo to be able to finish the job. Even with this chariot, it's gonna take him 2 turns to finish it. This city is actually gonna be 12 health. Zuro disciple is done, and in the rider's family seat, Tipiho, Ho, Tipiho. Wish I would be able to say these names, but in reality they're not in Arabic. Can't say them. Ancient Egyptian language. I'm not sure what it's called. All right, the scout is moving forward. Take a look. Sees those trees. He knows he can pull back to it. He sees the ballistas. He sees the hero on a ballista and is probably very happy right now. Patras is being attacked. He cannot rush anything anymore because the city is damaged. That slinger might be dead. He knows it. He does not care. Chariot got pushed forward. Now the city is 6 health, 10 health. Next turn, should be able to take it. That's 2 plus 2, 4 plus 6, 8, 10. Yes, he can take it next turn now, even with the heal. I agree with you. The heroes are terrifying, except if you don't do the launch offensive, kinda negates what it needs to be done. He has that launch offensive. It will change a lot in the situation. Epics and exploration are up on the table. Available law. Would not take it if I were him. I would save those civics for a recruit, but Mojo has been surprising us. Maybe he's looking at it and thinking, I don't need to recruit your units. I have more than enough to kill you. 14 seconds on the clock, 25 orders. Is he gonna extend the time? 6, 5, 2, 1. Turn is processing. He does not extend the clock. We are back to Greece. Greece, what are you gonna do here, Fiddler? Surprise us with your amazing skills. Event, family marriage offer for himself. And get a diplomat or a builder. Eloquent builder and a compassionate diplomat. Diplomat would be nice to put in Pella for that plus 40 family opinion. He picks the diplomat who is compassionate. The champions are negative 42. That is not ideal. He needs to do something about these opinions. He needs the champions family to be happy. There has 7 units out of them. Archer, Ballista, Ballista. That 5% difference will make a huge, it will not be a small amount. Right? Hoplite cannot be rushed in here, but Ballista cannot be rushed in here. He did use 100 civics. I am not sure on what. He's no longer ill. There's a tribal raid coming. Not sure where he used that 100 civics. Probably applying this governor right here, actually. In Patras. Could he have rushed? No, he could not have rushed that hoplite. He does not have the civics. Yes. He could have healed the city at Mojo's turn. So it would be full health by his turn. Then he can rush. I know it's kind of an exploit for the tight turn timer. Don't like using these exploits. Maybe it can be disabled to repair city in the middle of the tight timer and start it on your own turn. That's a possibility that can be changed. Strict can be used too, yes. It will make the turns go a little bit longer. Oh, the turn has ended. Mojo's turn. Alright, he gets to choose a family from Mytilene. And the clerics are no longer angry, they are upset now. Both of his families are now pleased with him. That's 5% more strength on all of his units. Hello, Renswint. Welcome to the chat. Asalia is finally gone. Taken. Units are being healed. The last push. Fiddler is sticking his guns. You are right. 2 years for crossbowmen to pop up for Fiddler. Let me remove this chat. I don't know why I kept this chat here the whole time. There it is, finally cleared out. Oh, he pillages the mine. He does not, I don't know what the name of the other option is, pillage or, um, remember the name of the other situation, but he pillaged by a mistake, so he can't attack Patras. So next turn, he can potentially rush that hoplite in Patras if he does have the civics for it. I do not think he has it. Doesn't matter. He pushes an axeman forward to be able to damage that city. He pillages again. He does not attack. Pushes another axeman forward. He's just pushing slowly all of these axemen. Chariot is in there. Closer. Hero Ballista can hit that unit for 15 damage, 19 damage, 15, 3 damage only on a chariot that is in the trees right now. Orker is still there, hasn't been moved. Getting killed slowly. More roads are being built towards Lactose. Wonder how much these crossbowmen are going to change the tide of the battle. Turn over. Those Numidians are pushing towards Massalia. Fiddler's turn. One more year till these crossbowmen are out. The mongrel event is here. His nephew, second in line, gets the opportunity of having a dog owner. Picks Ruthless. Alright, Fiddler's turn. Pella can rush the hoplite for 150. He will need that hoplite for next turn with these free crossbowmen. That would be 3 extra units rather than 2. Indeed, Mojo has no idea these crossbowmen are coming up. I would 100% push that hoplite in Pella or Pea, and that would make it 3 units extra. Those crossbowmen with launch offensive can attack twice. They can clear so much in here. Because right now, Mojo's gonna be throwing these axemen into the cannon fodder. More wood is being chopped. Deforestation happening. Global warming is a real thing, but these guys don't care. Garrison has not been built in Antioquia. Does he rush that top lane? He has 3 more moves in here. I'm sorry, 1,700 in training. Alright. I heard General being installed on the chariot. It's a hero. General is friendly. Wow, that's 10% more damage. That general is in love with the king. Both of them are heroes. The epic law as a hero and the general. 220. That is his sister-in-law. Sister-in-law is in love with him. This is Mojo's turn, I believe. He's not rushing the Hoplite in Peya. Alright, Mojo. What are we gonna do here? Mojo starts with 48 turns. He gets to choose city here to put it on a nation. I expect a cleric's pick in here. Alright, Shrine of Ra is being built in each city for more orders. He has 46 orders. Not that he needs any more. Clearing up those raiders. Kills that one with his own leader. Influencing the matriarch for more happiness. Matriarch is being pretty. He's influencing the Judaism matriarch right now. Both raiders are gone. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being idiots. We're just gonna have to kill you. Says Mojo in this situation. Right, cities are being repaired. He still hasn't picked something. 29 moves. Some knows it's happening. I'm not sure where it's from. Axeman is being built. Alright, we have a rebel in the Jurte. Or Jurte if the D is silence. Alright, that's what I was missing. The push into Patras. He has 4 axemen in there. Something just died. Greek worker, raider. Apologize for being on the wrong spot during this. Here is the push incoming. Can Fiddler clear that attack so fast that he nullifies the situation? The divide and conquer technique. This situation would be needed. That would be a quarter of Mojo's army. That would be dead. Mojo has. Not sure how many units Mojo has. Mojo has. 22 units. Those are 6 of them. Thus, yes, around a quarter of his units can be cleared out in one hit, potentially. These hoplites deal 7 damage, 9 damage. Alright, more stuff are being burnt and pillaged. They are lined up for him. That chariot can deal so much damage and just clear them up real quick. Alright, we are at Fiddler's turn. Fiddler, make us proud. No events for Fiddler. He got the free crossbowmen in Peya. These crossbowmen only deal 15 damage to these axemen. Only 15. 20 orders to make something happen. 16 damage. He can push both ballistas over here beyond the river. One into the city. It will hit both of these units. One into... Oh, he can't. He has to rush them. Oh, that's brutal. That is just brutal. He'll have to get very creative here. Exploration would have done him a huge favor. Indeed. But to make it better, he does have 16,000 training. That's 16 more orders that he can do a lot of stuff with. That chariot on its own definitely can clear all of these with the ballistas. Gonna be a dead chariot, but if he attacks from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 ballistas line him up. I apologize, keep clicking on the city. You need to switch to exploration, friend. That is something you really need. I would switch it right now. 18 moves. Not sure what he did. Moving the crossbowman forward a little bit closer. Crossbowman gets a hero in play on it. Makes the damage into 10.2 attack. That general is both a hero and with the law epics and general, that's 100%. That's 5 more attack. I'm sorry, strength. Moving things little by little forward. He is moving forward just a little bit on the slower side. He is building a range. How's he building a range? Yeah, I need your orders, man. A little bit. Really need your orders right now. That mine will end next turn. Those barracks are gonna end in 2 turns. Can't be affording to lose that. No roads to speak of. These are the small little mistakes I've been seeing fiddlers do. Not realizing what he needs to do. Mojo's turn. What is Mojo gonna do? He could have the first attack, the upper hand a little bit. Just dealing a lot of damage. Those axemen deal so much damage to that hoplite that is outside the territory. Those horsemen can reach all the way there. They can snipe some of these ballistas. See what his leader can do. Oh, wow. That leader can do a lot. Mojo sees the crossbowmen. He has a good idea about what is happening. He knows there's 2 of them. I don't know if he knows about the chariot. Things are moving. 43 orders. Stronghold being built. I apologize, I just gotta close the downstairs door real quick. Oh god, the house is warm. I'm supposed to be warm. I am back, 43. Patras is finally attacked. Right. Axemans are all being pulled away. All of them are being pulled away. That was Fiddler's opportunity to destroy a quarter of the troops of Mojo's without any real reply from Mojo, and he loses that opportunity. Alright, shares are being pulled using the road, tagging from max distance. Atras need to be switched to repair city just for it to live a little bit longer. Zealot is in position. Can that ballista come in there and deal a lot of damage? Yes, yes it can. Can the rest of his army reach? The answer is no, no it cannot. One hour into the match. Fiddlers only has 4 cities to speak of, while Mojo has 11. Alright, we are back to Fiddler. 9 orders left. Be used by Mojo. He opts not to use them. We are at Fiddler's turn right here. Alright. Crossbowmen being pushed a little bit forward into the trees. That way, nothing can kill them. It would be lovely to see one of these crossbowmen being recruited. Fiddler has a good idea on where the whole army of Mojos are. Ballista being moved to the shrubs. Tiny bit closer. Even next turn, it cannot get into the fight. Where are the roads, friend? You have the workers. Spearmen into the middle of the arid lands. Isolated from the whole army. Hoplite being pushed forward from Pea or Pella. Which I just confirmed is actually called Pella. Not Pea, it's Pella. Not that anyone probably cares. Alright. Hoplite has the commander, which is what he needs. Crossbowman has the commander, which is what he needs. Zero orders to speak of. He did use some of his training. Ballista is being built in Pella. Be rushed? No, it cannot. Maybe it can be rushed next turn. Patras is gonna fall next turn, that's for sure. Is is Mojo scared of pushing? Real question. I don't think he is. Patras is gonna fall right here and there. Zero health on it. Is he gonna sacrifice Axeman for it? Or is he gonna sacrifice that militia for it? Which he can sacrifice that militia to take the city. In Mojo can see that that crossbowman can reach, that archer can reach. He knows that crossbowman cannot reach. He doesn't know how many orders Fiddler have. 35 moves, 2 events. Event for a death. And family games, which will make the clerics happy. They are not right now. It will cost a lot of money, which he has. Units are being upgraded. Focus is being picked. Then upgrade. Uh, Focus level 2. Pushes his axemen forward. They are lined up for Fiddler right now. I don't think Mojo knows about the chariot. It can deal a huge amount of damage if Fiddler's unit can actually reach, which he does not have exploration. Right now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking in my head, switch to exploration, surprise your enemy, just hit him, kill 6 or 8 of his units of his axemen. That will be more than 25% of his force. He cannot kill you back. He cannot deal enough damage back. The worst thing he can do to you is recruit that crossbowman, which he can, but Fiddler does not have the knowledge. He has to assume in this situation that it can be recruited. Yeah, he can. He can kill it, because the general itself outside of the forest can deal 6 damage. Or the leader himself can deal 6 damage. 5 seconds, 19 orders. Is he gonna move things forward? Ends the turn. It is Fiddler's turn now. 22 orders left on the clock. left on him. Still has the barracks upgrading. 23 orders to be actually more exact. Yes, but you're looking at the one. Okay, Alcaraz says I'm only seeing 4 damage on the crossbow outside the forest with the leader. Yes, that's because it has a commander. I'm talking about the one with the hero. The one with the hero takes 3 damage in the middle of the forest, so outside the forest he'll be taking 6, I believe, or is it 5? Forest gives only 50% against ranged, around 4 or 5. Alright, Fiddler, this is your moment. Can you turn things around? Can you claw your way back into the game? Oh, he switched to exploration, like we have mentioned. He did switch to exploration. Things can actually reach now. All of his units can get close enough. All of his units have the opportunity to get close enough to deal enough damage. That chariot can come in and clear up. "23 orders to speak of. What were you gonna do in here?" Archer moves forward. 7 damage into the slinger. Spear moves forward. 7 damage into the slinger and 2 into the light chariot. Mojo often not to take the. Is this a mistake that he made? 23 orders, 16 left, 1500 training in the bank. That is 15 moves if he does not rush anything or force march anything to be more accurate using wordings. Spearman is forward, kills the unit. That's plus 50 training. That makes it 16 more moves to be made due to the leader, the hero. Hoplite moves one more to the front. 2 hoplites next to each other, that's 20% more run towards each other. Crossbow moves forward into the lands of Patras. Chariot moves forward. Now Mojo can see that chariot. Hoplite moves forward even closer with a tactician onto the barracks, which can deal 4, 5, 5, 5 damage. Archer moves forward, hits the chariot 4, 3 damage. No orders left. 15 seconds. Chariot pulls back, heals him for Mojo. Push Mojo's. Yes, it is still on the same ballista for the hero, the leader of Fiddler. Pulling back his actual leader, I'm not sure where. Oh, the leader pulled all the way back. All the way back to Cadet. Rows are being built. Interesting move. Everything is being pulled back. Although Mojo has the upper advantage in science and cities, he knows that the quality of his troops are much lower than the quality of Fiddler's troops. No machinery, no ballistics. For Mojo, Mojo's still getting that doctrine. Only has the option between spoked wheel, coinage, free court minister, and doctrine. Pulls almost all of his horses back as far as he can. As for light chariots, step 1 is healing over here. All of them are back. Metelene is blocked off completely from being reached. Massalia is close enough for Fiddler to do something about it. Ten more moves. Alcaraz asks in the chat, have we seen any onagers from Greece? Mojo has no spoked wheel and his unique unit is ranged horse, so killing ballistas going to be a problem. Yes, we have seen onagers in part 2 from Fiddler, which they got sniped by the unique units, the light chariots of Mojo, which turned the tide of the battle completely. Mojo sees the entirety of Fiddler's army. He knows what he can and cannot do. I am getting dry. Spearmen being moved forward. All the unique units are being pulled back as far as they can be pulled back. Two minutes on the clock. Two orders. Mojo is making a ministry, building a courthouse. More light sharers are being built. Strongholds are being built in Saka for more orders. Fiddler's turn again. Right now, this scout is still here outside the forest. Next update, that scout will only have 5 turns to be outside of a forest. Then he appears or is exposed out of position. Great update, in my opinion. Spearman being pushed forward. Can it reach? Yes, it can. Archer can reach. Ballistas are being moved forward with the leader on it. And Patras. Archers are being pushed forward. Hoplites are being pushed forward. Can only get 4 damage dealt into them. These are the commander ability, with the Hoplite next to it, unique ability with the formation. I would have moved that Hoplite one more tile up just for the formation skill to activate. That's just a personal opinion. Doesn't make a difference on what's happening. Everything is moved forward. Mojo can see right now, this is all I have to deal with. This is all I have to clear. Can Fiddler reclaim everything that he has lost? Is the real question. The 7 viewers in the chat. Um, that is awesome. I am 8 now. I am happy to be here entertaining you guys with both Fiddler and Mojo showing us masterclass in tactics. Masterclass is a little bit of an overreach, but in general, they have been using their tactics to the best of their abilities to know what to do. More deforestation happening in Antioquia. If you are in the chat, if you are watching, if you can write anything in the chat, please make sure to write your predictions on who gets to take this game home, who gets to move forward to face Uro. I would love to hear your thoughts on whether Fiddler can actually pull back or not. 41 orders, started with 49 for Mojo. It's 38 now. He has the event of picking a new ambition, angering the landowners. Death of a governor. The oligarch is dead, who was eloquent and robust. One more order lost. Things are being moved around. All of the chairs are being pulled back to Tipahu, preparing for the doctrine, new law, either tolerance or orthodoxy. Orthodoxy probably will be the way to go, just to be able to hurry units and hurry production with orders. It will take 7 turns for that citadel to build, plus 3, that's 10 turns till that citadel is on the table. 31 moves. What can he do here? More roads are being built to Lactose. Mohawk Solver, one of the developers. Flying, fun casting Nizar. Thank you very much. I'm trying my best in here. Valiant effort by Fiddler, but hard to see a comeback from just 4 cities. Partially agree, but we have seen more insane things this tournament. Rincewind. Of course, Mojo has won, but Fiddler should give him a bloody nose. Agreed. If you're gonna lose, make them work for it. Don't just capitulate and fall on your back like a submissive dog. No, you pop up and you fight with all of your might and power. More units are being upgraded. Mojo is trying to compensate for the lack of quality his units have by upgrading them to be able to survive a little bit longer. If any of you in the chat would love to join the call with me here, co-cast for a little bit, give us your ideas and thoughts. I am more than willing to cycle in all of you to come in here and talk a little bit about what you think and your expectations, how you think the match is going. Light Chariot gets the Eagle Eye modifier. Such a good upgrade for that unit. Now he can attack with full damage as far away as possible, including 3 tiles away, 7 damage into that hoplite, which has a tactician on it. And it's a hoplite. Although it's a hoplite, it's still taking 7 damage. Even when it counters it, still taking a lot of damage. 21 moves. More things are being upgraded. 5 Elder Specialist Ambition on the table for Mojo. Garrison will disappear in 1 turn. I don't think he has the time to fix that garrison. He did not fix any of the game. A raider from the Numidians are coming toward Massalia. That city does not know peace. It has not seen actual peace in a long time. Alright, 15 seconds. Fiddler's turn. Fiddler is pushing forward. While that's happening, Mojo is doing upgrades in the back. There's 21 orders. Spearman is pushing forward towards the militia. That slow push is happening. Fiddler knows that all of these light chariots are as far away as possible. He knows that there's a possibility now for him to clear half of Mojo's army, which is standing right in front of him. It's Axemen with 1 spearman, 1 militia, versus all of these hoplites, all of these archers, a couple of spearmen, couple of ballistas, 2 crossbowmen, 1 chariot. He knows he can deal a lot. That is 17 damage into the axeman, 6 into the axeman right behind him. The push is happening. Fiddler sees blood. He's gonna go for it. Spearman pushed forward towards that militia. Archer is over there, hits it for 6 damage. That Spearman will finish the job. That's 50 more training. 1954 training for Fiddler in the stockpile. I wish I had one of those camera sticks that controls. You can slowly pan the camera. I am gonna buy one of those so we can give you guys more entertainment when it comes to these. There's the ballista going forward with his hero. That's 12 damage, 6 damage to the one behind it. That is not a small amount. Is he gonna move the second ballista and deal more damage and finish the job with the chariot? 6 more orders. Crossbowman forward. Finishes the job for 2 damage and 4 for the unit behind it in the trees. Bold move. Is it gonna pay off? 0 orders. He used 300 training to be able to make that move happen. Alcraz says in the chat, Mario has no answer to crossbowmen. Positioning there is awkward too. Can't really get light chariots in range. Agreed. As Hannibal has shown us in history, you are gonna go for a battle. You want to be the one dictating the battlefield. You want to dictate where that battle happens. If you have smaller army with high quality, do what you gotta do. Use this mountain range for your own advantage. Have the enemy trickle down his giant army through that mountain range for you as you clear them up one by one. It is Mojo's turn. Is he gonna go for the flank? He does not. He pushed one of the axemen back to Matilene. Be able to heal it. 7 health because he has healer on the leader, which makes it take 3 turns per unit to heal from 0 or from 1 rather than 5 turns. I'm sorry, 4 turns to heal fully. Mojo right now making the moves. His leader is 45, getting on the older side. Lost 3 units. Jerte has a Rebel Axeman still attacking, or Jerte has Rebel Axe still attacking. His next in line is a 14 years old tactics student with equestrian skill on him. Can help him get a free level on all of his light chariots, or maybe 2 actually. 43 moves. What are you gonna do? Oh, he just moved one of the horses. Ballista takes 7 damage with the hero unit. Is he gonna move more? Is he gonna get rid of that ballista? Is he gonna recruit it? Yeah, the civics for it. 39 moves. Alright, the Axeman attacks that ballista. 5 damage. His leader is all the way in lactose. He can rush it in with his 1300 training, deals 7 damage. Yes! Yes, he might recruit it. He finishes the job with 8 damage with the light chariot. We have not seen a single enlist from Mojo this match with his zealot. He is saving the civics probably for Doctrine, although he can always just pop up a couple of council ships in his cities and get that civics that he needs for Doctrine. He opts to actually do what he gotta do. 400 civics per clearing. He clears one of the raiders with his axemen. That's one ballista down for Fiddler. Is Fiddler gonna keep pushing? Is Fiddler gonna keep on the attack? Is the real question. Alright, there we go. The Mojo has decided that yes, that mountain pass will be the fighting line. Axeman pulls forward with the Zealot leader on it, his highest upgraded unit. Fiddler shows the battlefield, and Mojo accepted, that's for sure. And more orders. What is he doing? Again, I wish if there's a way for them to be automatically tracked what the other player is doing and what he's selecting. I wonder if there's something in the options that does that. In the chat, Alcaraz says Mojo has a judge in succession but age 74. The heir is age 14 tactic students. Maybe he gets a hero too. That is a possibility. I personally would not go for the hero. I personally would go for a tactician and stun these important units one by one. If I was Mojo. But now Mojo. I am curious what he ends up picking. Goes for that other raider, deals 4 damage to it by the slinger. Next move, that ballista cannot reach, it has to rush or force march forward. The crossbowman deals 14 damage. 1 damage to the chariot behind it. 3 more moves. Take a quick look on what's happening. All of these chariots are waiting in the back for the upgrade to Citadel. 15 seconds on the clock, 3 more moves. Fiddler's turn upcoming. 25 orders. Death of an ambassador happened. Oh no, the sages are angry. Again, super angry. Antakya has trained a ballista. There's an onager in Amphipolis. A ambassador has been picked. It's a diplomat, his wife with 40 family opinion and religion. Crossbowman attacks. I'm sorry, archer attacks into the axeman for 4 damage. Yes, we have mentioned that in the past. The Greek family does not. Oh, 14 damage. Clear the axeman. Hits that light chariot for 2 damage. Can he follow up with that with the crossbowman? It's not gonna deal enough damage, but he can walk around, put him in the middle, and hit those axemen in the back. That is something he can do. I am unsure if that's a wise move, but it is a move. Pushes the spear forward, heals 4 damage to the light chariot, 1 to the axeman behind it. Another spearman pushed forward, 4 damage to the light chariot in front of it, 1 to the light chariot behind it. Hoplites are still not in action. Would have dealt 7 damage had he pushed it forward. 8 more moves. Can these light chariots do God's work in here and help him? 18,000 training in the bank. That hero is not on a unit anymore. Can be put in one of these archers. Hit them in the middle in there. Use that launch offensive. Force these units to attack again. Have him say, hey, we're not done yet. We have more to do. Archers being pushed forward. Crossbowmen still in position. This battle is slow, methodical. I'm unsure what recreation in history this battle would be in this situation. Free ballista incoming or Fiddler. 3 turns. To pull back and talk a little bit about something that Alcaraz has said. Interestingly, Greek leader family has no family. Yes, the first leader, King Aristander, I'm sorry, King Hippias and Gorgo, I'm sorry, King Hippias, yes, and Gorgo married into the Numidians, I believe, or the Vandals, I believe. So they were married into a tribe, so it did not give him the family he needs. Still 2 minutes 20 seconds on the clock. 1800 in training. 2 were used. 2 more orders. Units were pushed forward with the ballista. Another ballista was made in Antiochia. Onager moved for 2 more movement. That Onager will take forever to actually reach because there are no roads. Fiddler opts out to end his turn. Mojo's turn right here. 5 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. Make as many moves as possible. With 402 extension time available, these spearmen are as good as dead. This light chariot can clear him up really quickly. Zealot leader moved forward into the city of Mytilene. 51 moves to make in here. 600 in civics, 14,000 in training. That's 14 more moves he can make if he would like. Spearman gets attacked by the leader unit of Light Chariot. That deals 12 damage. 7 health left on that Spearman. Light Chariot pulled backward, deals that 7 damage to end that Spearman's life. Light Chariot pulls back to the other Light Chariot position and heals. It's now in the trees. It's protected from range by 50% defense. Garrison is empty. Barracks are empty, both of them. Is Mojo gonna have Fiddler move into the territory deeper and deeper? Is he gonna deploy some Russian tactics? Wait for the winter to pop up. We have a little bit of a stalemate at the moment. 45 orders. Nothing is being done. Mojo's thinking about his next move. They're gonna try to recruit. He cannot recruit anymore, or enlist anymore. He opts to kill that raider with his 4 units to the north. The 10 units in Mytilene for Mojo versus 8 units from Fiddler plus the 3 in the reserves. Welcome to the chest, Cyan. My axeman pushed forward toward the spearman. That's 10 damage on the barracks tile. Garrison is still empty. Clears up that spearman with an axeman that pops into the garrison. That is now 7 units versus 10. Militia is being built in Massalia. Doctrine in 1 turn. That will give him law number 7, which is the choice between having tolerance or orthodoxy. Something got killed. I'm not sure what it was. It probably was the rebel axeman in his territory in Jerte. I believe the D is silent in that city name. Another militia being built in Thessalonica. Thessalonik. There we go. A fort is being built in the middle of the territory of Mytilene next to the barracks garrison area that will block off Mytilene from being pushed forward. Is a second fort gonna be built in Mytilene to block it off completely, make sure that it's defensible beyond any attack being able to pop up through? Will Fiddler have to redirect his attack toward Massalia ignore Matilene for the time being, or just push forward, force himself in. Alright, more trees are being chopped. Deforestation again is happening. Right now, I'm looking at this. 15 seconds on the clock for Mojo before I continue with my tangent. In the chat, Scientific says Mojo is an experienced player enough that me, Fluffy, and Alcaraz all particularly begged him to join the tournament. That is great because he still has not disappointed yet. It looked really ugly for him in part 1. He was able to claw his way back really well. Fiddler's turn right now. We have 23 orders. Numidians, he has the opportunity to go for peace with them. And anger his patrons. Oligarch, he pushes with the ballista. He rushes forward. Force march it. That deals 12 damage. And he clears up that axeman in the garrison. Is he gonna take that garrison for himself? Yes. Yes, he does. Now he has the garrison for himself. Pushes the crossbowman forward for the axeman and the light chariot in the trees. Archer moves forward. That deals 3 damage. Is he gonna move the other archer? Yes, he does. 3 more damage. That makes the crossbowman able to finish exactly the amount of damage for that axeman. Pushes the hoplite forward into that light chariot, deals 7 damage. He makes a mistake. He could have moved that what's it called? That hoplite, not hop, yes, that hoplite one more step, so he can deal 2 more damage. With the commander ability, he opts not to do that. People, actually, it's gonna be more than 2. It's gonna be 3 damage because it's a commander and then the formation skill. Has not used launched offensive. His hero is not on a unit yet. Uses. He was out of order. Used more orders from the training, I believe. Oh, the Numidian Hunt event gives him 10 orders to do. What is he gonna do here? Again, that's a mistake that Fiddler did, not utilizing the formation skill and the commander passive ability for 20% on each of these skills. In strength modifier, that would be 40% extra. He could have made that light chariot into 3 health or 4 health. Moves the hoplite forward. Chariot still has not seen battle. Ballista is moved forward from Pella. Patra still hasn't healed. There's a spearman in Amphipolis now. The he get he unlimbered his onager in Amphipolis. Surprisingly, ends the turn. It's Mojo's turn now. Can Mojo recruit something? He finishes Doctrine. Does he go for the law? Does he go for the recruitment? He has the choice between 4 laws: Spooked Wheel, Sovereignty, Metaphysics, and Coinage. Is he gonna leave it to the bitter end, or to the last option? Here's Ambassador's Death. But the clerics are angry again. Man, these families. 58 moves and 19 units to use in this situation versus, real quick, versus 10 units from Fiddler. That's almost double. Alcaraz says in the chat, religion and opinion management. One of us, as in Alcaraz of Scientific, needs to make a video about how to manage religion and opinions. I would love to actually make it myself even, but I don't know how to edit videos, so one of y'all gotta handle that for us, please. Make us proud and whatnot, and teach those players what to do. Because sometimes kind of hurt to see these little small mistakes happening. Mojo does have Zoroastrianism and Judaism. Sadly, his clerics have the religion Judaism, so they are very unhappy right now rather than paganism. Does Mojo, by any chance, real quick, have metaphysics? No, he does not, so he can't convert them to state religion. That would help him a lot. Spearman pushed forward, deals 4 damage to the crossbowman and 2 to the hoplite right behind it. Would have been 1 damage to the hoplite had he had another hoplite next to it. Is he gonna recruit that crossbowman? I believe he can. Yes, that's 4 damage from the light chariot. Another light chariot right in front of it. That's 5 more damage. That crossbow is now to 7. The leader on the light chariot can only deal 4. Axeman pushes forward, deals that 4 damage. Yes, he does. Does the enlist? No, he does not. He opts to go for tolerance, religion, and clears up 1 crossbowman. 9 units for Fiddler versus 19. Moves all of his units back, fortifies one of the axemen in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere near the fight. Pushes his axeman forward. He's gonna use that mountain to his advantage. Fiddler screamed, "This is the battle line that I choose." Mojo agreed, and he said, "Thank you for choosing the perfect location. I'm gonna use it for myself." Axeman moved towards the newly built fort and fortified in it. Scientific in the chat and Alcaraz are saying, Alcaraz just said, enlist would have been huge there. Scientific replies with, my mind would be blown if Mojo does not know about manual enlist. My mind would be blown too. Units are being upgraded. The back. Somewhere. Unsure where. Uh, Tactician being put into one of the light chariots. Another light chariot is being built in Tibihu. A citadel in 5 turns is on the table for Mojo. Sovereignty being researched for tyranny or constitution. Be picked as laws. Find, oh, the Grease spy is out of the forest and potentially dead. Yes, he is. Fiddlers have no eyes on what's happening. That border increase, uh, I apologize for my French, definitely just fucked Fiddler big time. That bug with the scouts really need to be fixed sooner than later for this tournament. Scientific says in the chat, it would relentlessly be hilarious if Mojo is just flexing and saying, nah, I do not need to enlist any of your units. I'm gonna clear them one by one. No Greeks would bloody the line of Egyptians. You could be saying something like that. 19 moves, 15 seconds, 1 second, turn is over. He does not extend the time with 15 orders. It is Fiddler's turn here. What will Fiddler do? Still building a Master Officer in Patras. Not fixing it really. Amphipolis is being damaged. Slinger is being built in there. Repairs are being made for the mine. 3 ballista in 1 turn. 23 orders, 2 events, air education, and being upgraded in strength. Ballista moved forward from the angry sage's family, which is almost furious, to be honest. I don't think that Ballista is going to be able to do much. Still deals a lot of damage, but not a happy Ballista. Ballista moves forward into the garrison, deals 12 damage to the spearman, finishes that spearman with a crossbow. Hoplite still in position, moves the hoplite one more move to give the formation bonus to the commander, 8 damage into that hoplite, and 2 damage into the other light chariot behind it. I'm curious if Fiddler is actually listening to the stream, because he has been having this situation where he is doing all the advice that I've been mentioning. Curious, that's all. Just again, just curious. No claims are being made. 3 health on that light chariot. Nothing can touch it. It will have the ability to go back. Both of these archers deal only 1 damage. That will leave the chariot with 1 health. Attacks that chariot for that 1 health. I would have attacked the behind chariot, but you know what? Fiddler might be seeing something that I'm not. Another fort is being built in back for Mojo. He attacks the axeman with the hoplite at the front line, goes into the barracks line. Alright, 8 more moves. What are you gonna do here? Chariots are not in play yet. Hoplite being moved to the back. Archers hit that. Light chariot, he moves the hoplite away from the other hoplite. That's an interesting move. That would mean that that hoplite can be killed in 2 hits. Yes, and it can be enlisted too. Still, that hero is leader is not on any unit. No launch offensive has been used. He could have put it on an archer and put it in the middle right here and use launch offensive with all of his units surrounding it. Chariot moves forward. Unsure what it can do here. It would need to go from the back to do something really. One more move, some training are being used. General Hero is put on the ballista again, which will deal a lot of damage. No launch offensive can be really used. Alcraz in the chat says Mojo basically had this one and probably still does. He is out-teched. Yes, agreed. Right now is Mojo's turn. What is Mojo gonna do here? 56 moves. Axeman being pushed forward. We are doing right now is 19 units still versus 19 for Mojo versus the 9 for Fiddler. Light Sherry is being pulled back from that forest. Is he gonna give up on that forest completely? Is the real question. I don't think so. He will probably move another unit there. Axeman hits that hoplite right in the face. The person asking where all the orders are coming from. Here they are. And that hoplite is dead. No enlisting again would have been very devastating for that hoplite to turn around at his Greek um, companions and going, hey, winning is more fun. Axeman goes forward, hits that hoplite for 8 damage, would have been 6 or 5. And he had another hoplite next to it. Rincewind, we have to answer you in the chat. He does have serfdom, he does have polytheism, tolerance, and divine rule, which gives him 10 orders. Pushes forward with the slinger to finish that hoplite. Easy kill. Mounted lancers are not on the table for Mojo, but he does have Citadel coming in 4 turns. 2 units are down for uh, Fiddler, I believe. Yes. So he goes from 9 to 7 units. Ballista being attacked and damaged for 7 damage. Now it's down to 10 health. Spider in the chat. I see a juicy launch offensive opportunity. Welcome to the chat. I see that this is your first time saying something. Agreed, but the hero leader is on a ballista rather than a unit that can be in the middle. Ballista on 3 health. Can something come up and finish the job? If that ballista is dead, I don't see anything that Fiddler can do be able to pull back at all. Pause timer for Mojo. 3 minutes. I think we are having a 3 minute break. Right, while we have this break, I want to take the opportunity. Thank you guys definitely for joining this stream and watching here. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys taking the time. Could be doing literally anything else with your lives right now. You decided to watch this. So this is I'm grateful is what I'm willing to say. 19 orders. Militias are being built. Fiddler needs to do something huge in here to be able to claw his way back to the match. Right now, I'm not seeing anything he can be done. What are you seeing, Fiddler, that makes you go, yes, I think I can win? My work phone just pinged. I gotta take a quick look at it just to make sure that everything is alright. I apologize, this is actually a very important text message from my boss. Right, message is sent. Alright, we are back. Time is clicking. Militia is pushed forward. Deals that 1 damage that is needed. 2 more damage for that ballista. I don't think that ballista can move anywhere. Yes, it's stuck in position. That militia needs to be cleared out for Fiddler to be able to pull back that ballista, or he can suicide at 15 seconds on the clock for Mojo. Is he gonna extend the time? Does he know that extend time actually is a thing? Because I have not seen him extend time at all. He has 402 seconds available. Ends the turn. We are back to Fiddler here. What is Fiddler gonna do? Alright, Ballista has been researched for Fiddler, the free one. He has the options between coinage, citizenship, free archer, or monasticism. 23 moves. Like father, like daughter event. You can become educated, intelligent, or slothful. Alright. Rotates the hoplite with the archer, deals 11 damage to the militia, finishes the job with the hoplite. Ballista can move freely, not super far though. Moves it 1 slot. Can moves it out to the forest and heal it with the hero unit or the hero general on it. He force march all the way to the city with almost all of his orders to make sure that that ballista gets to live. Alright, one hoplite, two hoplites actually. One crossbowman moves the crossbowman back all the way to the city. I believe he force marched it. Yes, yes he did. And upgraded it to have fierce on it. No movement left to speak of. 1300 in training. He does not pull the rest of these units, they will be as good as dead. Uses 3 training to be able to pull back some of these units. 1000 in training left. 2 more orders being moved. That hoplite and archer at the front are in the open. Chariot being pulled back to Patras. One more order. Archer attacks that axeman for 2 damage with the zealot leader on it. 0 orders. Nothing more that can be done. It is Mojo's turn. What is Mojo gonna do here? He just researched sovereignty. That can give him the tyranny law, which is gonna give him the opportunity to have 20% more training in all cities. 10 gold per military unit in territory, that's 170 gold. Just for existing, that will help with his gold deficit. It honestly does not matter just seeing the stockpile that he has. 53 moves. A court merchant has been recruited. Right. No more drought stricken. The Ramside family is occupied or now taken care of with her son, the heir, as the oligarch. It went from pleased, friendly. That is 10% more strength on all of these units. Which, yes, take a quick look. Yes, 22 units from them. Almost all of them are military, except 5. So that would be 18 units. 18 units have 10% more strength. That renders Fiddlers just useless at the moment. Alright, more healing happening. 11 healing on this Zealot, highly upgraded Axeman, just because it has Herbalist on it, and the leader has Herbalist. That's +2, +4, that's +5, that's 9. It's healing for 11 health, just for existing. Alright, moving the Axeman forward, just backing up the front, just holding where he can hold. Axeman move to Massalia, just to block it from being rushed completely. 38 orders. Only 1 scout in play for Mojo. Not seeing anything like everything anymore. I believe no scouts for Fiddler. No, 1 scout for Fiddler. The far front that sees absolutely nothing. But to be fair, there is no other position for him to put that scout. To be fair. The options for tech is Polis, Composite Bow, Scholarship, or Battle Line. Effectively, what's he gonna go for here? 50 seconds on the clock. Shrine of Ra being built. Horses are being upgraded. And duped. The ore mine already there. Stronghold already there. He can, in 2 turns, actually build more unique units. Militia being pushed forward. Apprentice Officer, more light chariot. 3 turns for the Citadel to pop up in Tiphu. Tipihu. Ministry has been done and finished in Wasit. Does not go for the push towards these 3 units. You could have killed for free. No tech choice yet. Turn is ended. He does not pick Tyranny or Constitution. He most likely will do all of that during Fiddler's turn. Fiddler is choosing what to do here. I will wait just a little bit to see if he picks any of these for Mojo. Fiddler moves back his Archer. He's on the full retreat right now. Master Officer is being built in Patras. He still hasn't healed Patras. It's just not fun to watch. Full retreat. This Fiddler. I can hear Monty Python jokes upcoming, with them all screaming, "Retreat! Retreat!" Constitution has been picked by Mojo. 12 science being picked in the all of his cities per or 1 science per urban specialist. That's 12 science in total. Can do decrease in capital. Is he gonna utilize these decrease in capital? I don't think he needs it. He might go for it. Fiddler. 2 orders for him left. Oh no, the Champions family are now upset. That is not what you need. And the sages are now again very furious. And the reason for that is because none of these cities have Greek paganism for them to convert to it. And he doesn't have polytheism. All of his shrines, he does have more shrines to be able to put down. He does have 3 more shrines that he can put per city. So he does have that opportunity to fix this and turn it around. But he's not able to do it yet. I think these are the small little details that if he does, it would make his life a lot easier. Alcraz in the chat says, definitely need that religion and family opinion management video. Proper, proper religion management makes family opinion relatively straightforward. Agreed. Also doesn't help that his city is still crying all the damages. He has an archer that is stuck in the middle of the forest. That would be an easy pick for Mojo, which I am pretty sure he can see because it's his turn anyway. Yes, he can. He can see everyone is on the retreat. He probably knows that he can just push through and not worry about anything happening. He opts to fortify one of the units and build road on that fort. More roads are being built. Of course, there are enough forts in here. Protect almost all of his units. Easily gonna go for the attack. That would be 5 damage with this unit, 7 damage with this unit, and this unit that he fortified, that would be 7 damage. That would be 19 health on that archer. You would need to do one more damage somewhere. You could also put the light chariot to use. A safe position from the hills. That's also another option. Just get rid of that archer. That would lower Fiddler's troop count from 9 to 8. What he needs? Actually, no. I am wrong. Fiddler has made more ballistas. Fiddler still has not used that Onager in the front line where he needs it to be. That Onager is there. It could potentially dig down that Val formation. Alcaraz, does Egypt have spoked wheel yet? The answer is no. It does not. It is actually in the discard pile. Battle line picked. 6 years on the table for battle line. Alcaraz in the chat. Though it is hard to go melee horses into the Greek unique unit of hoplites, it means that you have no way to deal with siege. Agreed on you on that one. I think that it would make a huge difference if he has those horses come in and just clear one or two of these siege units. They can be a sacrifice unit that does enough to cripple down Fiddler just a little bit. Again, I'm inviting everyone in the chat or the call, or sorry, not in the call, in the chat or the viewers. If you would like to join me as a co-caster for a little bit, to talk about the game with me, you are more than welcome to do that. Just let me know in the chat or hit me up in Discord that you want to join for a little bit. You don't have to join the whole time if you don't want to. You can join the whole time if you want to. This would be nice. Hear your voices, hear your thoughts on this. You are more than welcome to do that. Chariot being pulled backward towards his family seat capital. 2 years till he can upgrade all of those into the awesome, awesome mounted Lancer. 8 strength, highly vetted units. It's gonna make a huge difference. No real answer from Fiddler to that specific situation. You can bring everything you have at me. You can bring your hoplites. Doesn't matter, my strength is much higher than you. Ambassador being picked. I think he switched the ambassador twice. Am I wrong? Well, matriarch, not matriarch, the oligarch of the cleric's family is now the ambassador. That makes them not angry anymore, so that's great for him. That wonderful rider's family is now 336 opinion. That makes him more than the word friendly. I think kinda overkilled it just a little bit in this situation, in my opinion. All right, time is clicking. 10 seconds, 16 orders, one event. It's Fiddler's turn now. Fiddler, what are you gonna do here? All right, pulls back that archer, I believe. Patra is still healing. Pella made another ballista. She can pop him up every 4 turns to 3 turns. No hoplites yet. We desperately need to break through those chariots. The hero is being the hero leader is being put on the crossbowman. Now its damage is 9.3 stack. That will make it deal 12 damage, 10 damage into a unit in fort, 11 damage into a unit in forest. That is not a small amount. 16 damage to unit outside, 11 damage to the chariots. That's one hell of a beefy unit. Blista still needs to be healed. Onager finally finished killing that spearman. Amphipolis is not having fun. Slinger coming out in 2 turns from there. What is he gonna build in Pella? What is he gonna build in Patras that just made a master officer? He just doesn't have the trees for it, but he does have the food, he does have the stone. Sell those. Right now, if you take that onager, you throw it in here, right here, block the way for it. No one can do anything about it. It will deal 5 damage to the city, 7 damage to these units in urban. Ballista's being pushed forward. Four more orders to be used. Literature is still on Pella. Needs to be moved somewhere else. Families are very unhappy with him right now due to the religion lack of situation. He's building more forest and Hamlet to deal with his gold situation. No shrines to speak of. Zero orders left. Fiddler is waiting on something in here. Still has a minute and 55 seconds. Finally repairing Patras. That is good to see. Onagers are being built in Pella. Doing damage in Amphipolis. That is good to look at. That is the fiddler I want to see, making these small micro decisions that will deal a lot. It will change the tide of the game a little bit. Right, Mojo, 49 turns, makes his heir into a tactics student who is, well, it's a royal third in line who is foolish. Yeah, yeah, throw her in the battlefield. There's no other way around it. Just throw her to the front line and hope for the best. The prince, the heir, became a zealot again with equestrian, which is not bad at all. Right now, he is not put anywhere. All the units, all the unique units are being pulled back so they can upgrade fully. How much will the upgrade cost? It's 100 food and 100 wood, which he has a lot of money to be able to transfer things around. He needs 160 training. He has 1800 in the bank. He can make all of these into the second tier unique unit. All right, he still has a finger in Jerte. He needs to deal with Apprentice Acolyte being built in Shadit. Shadit. Axeman is being built in here. Two of them and a worker are in line. Kind of Osiris is being built in Shadit right now. Um, Mojo is going back into I'ma build myself up. I don't have to fight you right now. I can just wait you out a little bit. I have 12 cities to your 4. I don't need to do anything. The arrow key. I know I'm being quiet right now, but there is nothing much happening at the moment. Fiddler's turn, 9 moves, healing his units again, finally healed Patras to good position. Onager still being built, repair damage on Amphipolis. Moving his units forward, getting himself ready for the second wave. It's like zombies at the moment. The calm before the storm. 7 units for the fight. Actually, I just realized I kind of missed counting the siege. It's not 7 units, 14 units for Fiddler versus Mojo's 21. That being said, Fiddler has the higher quality units compared to Mojo, but next turn, this is not going to be the situation anymore with these light chariots becoming mounted lancers. And just to make it even more fun for Fiddler, these light these light chariots, there's 7 of them, 8 coming out, one from Tipihu. They're all 8 of them are gonna be strength 8 unique unit. I don't know what Fiddler can do to answer that situation. Sure, you have all of these ballistas. Sure, you have an Onager coming. We're a little bit too late for all of that. You need those flank guides to reply to this situation. Citizenship is on the way for Fiddler. 4 turns. That's law number 6. The options were coinage, free archer, monasticism. Which he cannot use monasticism that much. Honestly, I disagree. He should have went with monasticism. Monasticism would give him polytheism, can build a shrine in every city. Those shrines, although, in my opinion, those shrines from Greece are actually pretty good. He gets to have the Shrine of Athena, which gives him that 1 plus science. And let's see what else. Shrine of Zeus, Shrine of Hades. They're not that bad. They don't give him the training that he needs, though. He is building forestries rather than those shrines in all of these other cities for them to switch to Greek paganism. In this situation, you really, really need to have a state religion, and that would be by getting Divine Rule, which seem to not be able to find it on the list. Where is Divine Rule? There it is, citizenship. You know what? I am wrong. Citizenship can give him Divine Rule, which is what he needs. I'm definitely wrong. But he still needs to build those shrines in the cities that don't have shrines. I apologize for misleading information wise though. We are back to Mojo now. And there it is. That is the Horde. They are all 8.8 strength units due to the family being friendly, and they are all highly vetted. They all spawn with level 1 as ranged units. His kid, if he was the leader, they would actually have 50 more training on them. That would start them with 150 total training. Can Mojo finally clear the situation and just end it right then and there? Will Fiddler just capitulate the moment he sees all of these units? Let's just take a quick look damage-wise on these units. Those ballistas are taking 8, Hoplite takes 7, 10 on all of these in the flat field. This is going to be an actual massacre. Fiddler is now at 5 laws, 4 turns until he has 6 laws, and then after that, is gonna need to do something about it. Finished battle line due to an event that gives him science. All of these units are now gonna be Macemen, and there it is. His most highly upgraded Axeman is now a Maceman. That is popping up one after another. He has all the iron in the world. He has enough training to change almost all of them. Only he's taking 100 training. That's 3 more units that he can upgrade right now, which he will. And now I can hear Mojo going, okay, Fiddler, you made my life hard, took all of this time. Here are my macemen. What is your response? Uh, Alcaraz in the chat. Surprised Fiddler has not built any onagers. Slow push with hoplite plus onager is very good. That's actually how we got into this situation in part 2. So that was what Fiddler was doing. And then the unique, the light chariot just came in and killed all the onagers and all the imported units one by one. It was defeat in detail. The best that I have seen in this game. And I will upload the video today so you can see it and understand how we got to this point in the game. Fiddler does not see all of these macemen yet. Alcaraz in the chat to reply to what I said. Interesting, since Light Chariot does not get advantage versus Siege, since it's a ranged horse, I guess superior maneuver range. Yes, it was so... The maneuverability was really good. There were hills to increase the range. And to add more to it, they were dealing 7 damage to 8 damage on siege units. And there it is. Fiddler just threw the towel. He tapped out. There is the moment he did not even see the maceman yet. He did, however, see the 7th law probably and figured that by now. Citadels are out there. That was one hell of a match. That was an impressive showing from both parties. Fiddler, you are a beast for all that you have done. Mojo, you showed me how wrong I can be. Definitely, thank you for the entertainment. Let's see if they are willing to come in here for a wonderful chat. Just to hear their voices, just to hear their thoughts about this match. I am trying to get them to come in here. Alright, I messaged both players for a post-match interview if they are willing to join. Uh, let's take a look. Mojo accepts the post-match interview. Let's look real quick about the military changes. Now, it does not show military score after those mounted lances because the turn or the year itself has not ended. We don't know what happened. Territory changed in order. That's a huge drop in here. The prices of things. victory points, legitimacy, changes. Mojo had almost 100 more than him. Let's look back at the records. Family opinion, religious opinion. We're gonna ignore all of that. Let's just look at the growth in general. That growth has been amazing. Um, civics, Mojo has always almost been ahead after the mid game. Training wise, Mojo never was behind, even though Greece had the champions family. Mojo was never behind on that. Culture wise, they were close to each other until Fiddler lost all of his cities. Happiness, surprisingly speaking, once Fiddler lost most of his cities, his happiness was actually good. Science speaking, Fiddler was ahead for so long until his leader died. Money wise, Greece was ahead for a very long time, and then they both were just in the negative for not a fun amount of time. I can see that Mojo has been in the negative for almost the whole entirety of the game. Comes to money. Orders wise, once Mojo got all of these cities, threw a bunch of Shrine of Ra everywhere, he was able to just have an easier time with the orders. Food wise production, iron wise production, stone, and wood. Let's look at the stats real quick. National wealth, Mojo has almost triple the amount that fiddlers have. Total population, definitely almost triple. Specialist, more than triple, almost 5 times for Mojo. Workers produced, Mojo has 3 on Fiddler's 12. Military unit produced, they were pretty equivalent, 41 to 37 on with Mojo having the advantage. Unit lost, Fiddler lost 41 units for Mojo's 22. So for each unit that Mojo lost, he got 2 out of Fiddler's. Fiddler killed 74 units, Mojo killed 63. That includes the barbarian units that are killed. And I am still waiting on Fiddler to accept my friend request. Be able to make the chat here while we look at this. Cannot see any group chat between the three of us. Could be one somewhere, but I cannot find it. Camps cleared, Fiddler cleared 7 to Mojo's 5. Laws adopted 8 to 5 for Mojo. Technologies. Fiddler has 23 for Mojo's 18, so he was ahead for a long time when it comes to technology. And some of them were key technologies that Mojo just did not have. Courtier, Ruins, Improvement. 147 for Mojo, 54 from Fiddlers. That's probably because of all the cities that Fiddlers lost. And that's that. Alright, Alcaraz just made the uh, chat for us. Hi Mojo, how you doing today?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Alright, we're waiting on Fiddler to join. Congratulations on the win. That was an impressive showing. It did not look so hot for you at the beginning. People were speculating whether you can pull it off or not, and you just showed us that you're just better. Completely better.
Yeah, it was quite fun. I had a bit luck too, for sure, but yeah, it was quite intense.
how, at what moment do you, how do I ask this question? Was there a moment in the match when you were looking at what fiddlers have and you're like, there is no way I can pull this off? Was there any moment that you had that situation or you had that thought in your head?
Actually not, because I had a clear match plan to go for the mounted lanciers, and yeah, just needed some time. Um, no, actually not.
Okay. Um, was there a victory condition that you were trying to chase this whole time other than the mounted lancer,
I was just trying to get a conquest victory, to be honest.
the conquest victory? Okay, Fiddler
Sure,
has
sure.
joined the call. He is muted, guys, just so you know, but he is hearing this conversation. Fiddler, feel free to unmute yourself at any moment you want. Congratulations again to Mojo. Fiddler, that was a very good and strong showing. You showed us ways, in my opinion, that I did not like. There were things that you did that I didn't think that were even possible. The question from the chat for you, Mojo. Uh, Fiddler asked how to unmute. At the bottom left, there is a microphone button and a headset button. Just click on that microphone button and it should unmute you, Fiddler. The bottom left of Discord. Are you on your phone or are you on PC? Feel free to use the chat in Discord so I can guide you through. All right. Mojo, while we deal with this real quick, Mojo, question for you from the chat. Um, Scientific asks, did you know about the Zealot manual enlist skill that you could have used the whole match?
Sure, sure. It's a quite nice skill, but I didn't need it in this game.
Did you
I also
go ahead?
I also was a bit short on civics, and I wanted to use it for different things. For example, getting the 7 laws and stuff. But I, yeah, was not sure where I should have used it because
Well, you could have
uh,
used it on the one of the ballistas. You could have used it on the crossbowmen. When Fiddler had like two hoplites, you could have used it on one of the hoplites. Did you feel like there's that they couldn't turn the tide of the battle for you at all?
I could have used it in the end game. That's true, but I was only looking for holding him a bit more so that my 8 strength unit were ready to join the battle. So I was playing not very carefully playing anymore at the end. So for sure I could have used it in this situation.
I'm gonna take a second real quick. Fiddler, please watch the Discord, like open Discord. It should show you the stream of my own Discord. At the bottom left right here where my mouse is, that's the button to unmute. If you click that, it should unmute you. If it's saying that the device is not allowed to access it, what you want to do, you want to close Discord completely from the bottom right of the screen. I can't show you that. Oh, he's already left. All right, we're just gonna keep the interview with you, Mojo. Um, any questions on the chat? Because I am running out of questions.
Unfortunate that Fiddler is not here because it would have been amazing to hear from his point of view, from his perspective.
Let's see. He's in the chat in the stream. Scientific asks, ask Mojo about running a zealot for the entire game. Why did you run a zealot the entire game? Um, you had the opportunity to run into all type of uh, tactics or combat-oriented families. You opted for a zealot for each one of them. Was there a reason for it?
Yeah, I just love the training that the zealots provide me, and the rushing opportunity for sure.
Okay.
And for sure also the enlist, but yeah, I haven't used it in this game.
Another question that we have from Alcaraz. Why did you not pick sages? And you founded Zoroastrianism, you founded Judaism, but you stuck with the pagan religion. Why did you do that?
Yeah, I wanted to quickly have 4 laws, so I opted for clerics because it gives me divine rule, and then I just wanted to spread out paganism for the orders, and long-term plan was for sure to switch to monotheism again later on, but I didn't, or I didn't play a very careful religious game. I was super focusing on combat, getting the Rangers up, and yeah, beat him.
Another question that I personally have for you. Um, why did you pick tolerance rather than orthodoxy to be able to hurry units with orders, knowing that you have around 60 of them? Um,
I don't know why I did that. I just wanted the law,
you
so I should I should
you
have opted for orthodoxy for sure. Yes.
you just looked at it and you
I mean,
went, man, I just need something in here. Let me pick something.
exactly. I mean, I also wanted to build non-state religion disciples because of the science that it provides me in the cleric cities, or
Okay,
in the cleric city in this case. So there was at least some minor reason to do that.
okay, that's
Plus, it
fair.
provides me +4 science, yes, for the monastery.
Let's see. Have you researched metaphysics? No, you have not. Why
No,
did you neglect going for metaphysics, knowing that you have, well, at the end, at the like middle of the game, you had each family having their own religion. Um, why did you not go for metaphysics and made them all the same religion so the clerics would have an easier time be managed in this
yeah, that
situation?
would have definitely been better. Managing 3 religions is quite challenging, but yeah, I felt that I needed other texts first, but I think it was not the best play in terms of religion.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to help Fiddler here real quick.
Sure, sure.
Oh, here he is. Fiddler, can you
Oh,
hear
oh,
us?
awesome.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, there we go. Fiddler is in over here. Lost connection to the server. Um, did you both leave the match or did it just make me leave?
Oh, I just shut it down. You want
Okay.
me to bring it back up?
Yes, we need you to click surrender in the match.
Sure.
Um, Fiddler, it is so great. That was a great showing. I know you did lose the match, but you had an amazing showing this match. How many multiplayer games have you played in the past before this one when it comes to Duel?
First multiplayer game?
First multiplayer game. Bojo,
Yeah, it
you
was
have,
fun. I mean, it's definitely a very different experience.
and you gave
You know, it's
Mojo is a very long hardcore multiplayer um, person, and you just gave him around 5 heart attacks, I would say, maybe 10.
well, that's
True,
good to
true
hear.
that.
I'm glad it wasn't fatal.
Question for you, Fiddler. There were a couple of times when your cities were half health. Why did you neglect repairing them?
One second.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you were saying, why did I neglect what?
Why did you neglect repairing some of your cities in the middle? Like you were in Patras, you were making units in Antioquia, you were making units. The city was half health. That would make your production by half. Um, why did you not um, repair the cities and then continue production?
Yeah, I think after his attack, I definitely had some panic there where I wasn't sure what to do, and I felt like it was probably lost at that point. But I think I should have gathered more. I kind of fought back a little bit. I rushed a couple of units. I was ahead in tech, and I had some ballista. I think at that point I had a hoplite or two, and I rushed units up, hoping to kind of stem the bleeding. But it would have been better to pull back, I guess, and have a better chance. But bottom line is, he made a great attack, Mojo. Timed it really well, and I made that silly mistake of putting my tactician leader to get that raid from the tribal raid. And he saw that and jumped on it and killed that unit. So that was big. And then after that, yeah, things kind of collapsed there. And yeah, the repair, yeah, I was literally like on time pressure and just floundering at that point, trying to rush units as best I can. But lesson learned for sure.
Uh, you definitely, again, I want to make it clear. I don't want to take away from you the fact that you played so well. I am genuinely impressed that you just said first time multiplayer game. Genuinely impressed. I believe that if you just take a couple of practice matches there and there, you will reach far in this tournament. We have a question for you, actually, Fiddler from Scientific. He's asking, how have you managed to have this endurance to keep playing when the rebels were clearly on Mojo's side from your Sage's family?
I wasn't sure. Yeah, I was probably thinking I should resign after the big attack, but I was pretty far ahead in tech, and I had a couple of really strong units, and then I had those free crossbowmen coming as well. So I figured let me build up and give it a go, and I made that push in that in kind of narrow passway where he couldn't like get all of his units into play. So I thought maybe with the stronger units, because he had a lot of axes at that point. I thought maybe with some of the stronger units I could make a dent, but he was able to blunt that attack pretty easily. So
I'll,
after that, there wasn't much hope.
was it an easy blunt, Mojo? Blunt back?
No.
No, no, it was not. It was not an easy blunt, Fiddler. I'll tell you that for a fact. That Mojo was actually scrambling to somehow find a way to pull away that attack at the end that you pulled. Um, I do have a couple of advice for you, Fiddler. Seeing that you were struggling a little bit with family management while we are out after here. Um, Big advice that I have for you. So your biggest struggle was family management. You had two families that did not have a religion. Did you know that for these families to actually take paganism or any religion, they need to have that religion to be in their city for it to work? So, for example, you have the Sages family, you have the Patrons family in Patras. Neither of them had any shrines in them, so they could not become pagans for you.
Yeah, that's something that the religious part I definitely have to work on. It's not something I usually emphasize. If I happen to get one of the world religions, I usually do that and spread it and all. But for the pagan ones, I haven't done. I usually try to get the world ones. The pagan ones,
Right.
I don't know that much about, so I have to work on that too.
Uh, divine rule is the way to go into that one, which is on. Is it monasticism? No, it's it's in citizenship, which I think you were getting in the way. It's one of the laws that you could have actually picked and would have made it a state religion. It would have made your life much easier. Um, have you surrendered the match yet? We need you to surrender the match, take a save,
Where
and
do
send
I
it to
do this? Oh yeah,
Alcaraz.
surrender. Okay. Yep, I just clicked on it. But with citizenship, I'm just getting it now. So I mean, I guess I could have went earlier, but it seems like it where I was the way I was going, at least I was going after like the ballista line.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, I guess maybe citizenship is another line, right? If I could have went that way, but I was figuring since I had the tech lead to my basic idea was, having the tech lead and holding the line, and just waiting for ballistas and hoplites and then and onagers as well. I just started getting the onagers and maybe a hoplite or two, and then that's when he came in and then pretty much crushed my army. So
Yeah, he did. And I did mention it in the stream. He did defeat you in detail, where he just picked out the important units and then just cleared everything else. Why did you not retreat, seeing that he killed your important units? Why did you just not pull back, try to recuperate a little bit, and just push again?
yeah, I agree. I mean, that was my thought right after the attack. I was like, pretty impressed. I didn't, looking at the strength thing, he didn't seem like he was that strong. I did. I was a little bit weak on the scouting, but I did get a scout up to the north just to see in time. He had a couple of chariots coming a few turns before his attack. But I figured since the strength difference, what I think we were similar at that point, if I
Mm-hmm.
remember.
Yes, you were.
That I figured, well, I've got an onager coming, or just had an onager produced. I had another one coming shortly. I had a hoplite, which I threw away silly, a silly mistake. But I had a hoplite before that, and I had ballistas, shortly, I believe. So I was figuring I could just build up, and then I had the edge. I thought because I had the tech advantage and some military tech advantage, but that's when the big attack came, and that turned the tables. And yes, like you said, I mean, definitely retreat was much better. But I was, yeah, that's where the panic came in, and I rushed in some stronger units that got, they got defeated piecemeal. So that was definitely a mistake.
Do you feel like if the panic did not settle in, if you did not panic, do you feel like you could have actually turned it around and won the match and just cleared them up?
I mean, I don't think it's likely because he put in a very strong attack, and he got up. We went from similar to him being much stronger pretty quickly. It's just a matter that like, there weren't that many units left to retreat, and the thing is,
Mm,
if you retreat there, I guess I had a river there. I could have went south, maybe some units, but he had a lot of units and chariots as well, right? So it would have been kind of a routing retreat, I think. So it would have been better than what ended up for sure, but I don't think it would have been enough to totally turn the tide now.
Uh, do either of you have anything to say to each other after this match, looking at it from perspective? Any advice, any thoughts? Mojo, you're the more experienced player. Do you have any advice for Fiddler in this situation?
Uh, I would just reinforce that he made a really great match, playing the first multiplayer game. That's quite impressive. I'm playing for a long time, but not so often anymore because of scarcity of time. So, but nevertheless, I was not totally sure at the end what will happen, and I, in the first place, oversaw the crossbows, so was a bit surprised about their strength. But at the end now, yeah, I think with the lancers and the macemans and stuff, and having the map on my side,
Yes.
um, yeah,
All right. Any more questions from the chat? I see nothing. I hope that you guys saved the match or like made the save. Please send it to Alcaraz or attach it on the website. Thank you both for joining the post game interview. I hope to see you, Fiddler, in some of the some of the multiplayer duel matches, practice matches that I've been running. There are a bunch of other great players that I think you would really have fun facing. I'm hoping to see you there. Mojo, don't be
definitely,
a stranger.
sure thing.
We have played multiple times in the past together, and it's always a